Hello, and this is Premier League Addicts with Daniel.
Hugh, and Liam.
Today we will be talking about UCL recap of what happened yesterday, and we will be talking about predictions for today's game.
The games are starting in did they already start?
They've been 16 minutes in already.
They already started, so while we're recording this, they're going on.
Right. So first game we're going to start with is 3-0 Arsenal versus Real Madrid.
So, basically what I thought from this match, I thought it was a pretty well-rounded match. A few mistakes from the defense from Arsenal, but both teams did pretty well. The Real Madrid attack is not what
All three attackmen Rodrigo, Vinicius, and Mbappe got 2 out of 10 rating.
Yeah, they could have been way better. I think they took the wrong decisions from the right opportunities, and I thought Arsenal was the better side in that game.
But, our predictions were we don't really want to be biased. None of us are Real Madrid fans, but, we obviously know that Real Madrid has a better history than any club in the world, since they've won the most UCLs, and they're probably the most successful club ever.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, if you think about their history, then yes. But Arsenal versus Real Madrid is a kind of historical match because they don't really go against each other.
Last time they versed before the match yesterday was 2006.
Yeah.
Which Arsenal won at Highbury.
But Arsenal is undefeated for Real Madrid. And
Why? What is their streak?
Well, technically undefeated. They lost in a penalty shootout against them.
Well,
but the full game, that's 0-0.
Yeah. So, back to this game, what did you think, Hugh or Liam, about Declan Rice?
So he scored 2 free kicks. He got a 10 out of 10 rating. Easily man of the match. The free kicks were insane, especially the second one.
On what did you find that 10 out of 10 rating? Because some people could say he wouldn't deserve that, but I think he did. Just where did you get that?
So basically, he had really good ball movement. He created the play where Marino scored, or kinda he passed to Miles Lewis Kelly, and he scored 2 goals, of course, off of free kicks, which is really hard to score off of.
Also, Liam, what's your comments about Odegaard taking free kicks? Do you think he'll continue with that, as we haven't seen him successful this season?
Me personally, I'm a Tottenham fan, but yesterday's game was phenomenal. I will say, Arsenal tried their best. They did great. But Odegaard, a lot of people say that Odegaard shouldn't be captain. Personally, I believe that he can lead the team to success, even though he hasn't really been doing much for the team.
The thing is, though, that even if they give Declan Rice the captain's armband, he's gonna put tons of pressure on, and he may not perform as well. That's what's happening to Odegaard right now, because he's still technically adapting from an injury.
Yeah.
And also, Declan Rice, those 2 free kicks. Courtois is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And right now, on the game FC25, he has a really high rating.
90, right?
90 rating. That's really high. That's
90 or 89.
He's
I can't remember.
I feel like that's one of the highest base cards.
Okay. Also, something I realized in this game, I was watching it live. It was Saka. He didn't look in form. I think he had a pretty bad game. He made that one mistake where he passed back, and I'm thinking also that when Saka was back, we shifted our attack to the right side instead of the left already.
And they said that Saka got an 8 out of 10 rating, but I would give him a 6.5. He wasn't that in form that game.
Yeah.
Wait, quick question. What was Odegaard's rating?
It was a 7. 7 out of 10.
Honestly, they should have lowered that. It wasn't his best performance.
I would still give him that. He had like pretty good ball movement.
But he really didn't like create any plays, despite him usually creating like good plays.
If he had the same performance against a lower league team, he would have played absolutely horribly. But we're talking about Real Madrid.
Like
This is a top tier team.
the best team in the world, gotta be honest.
No.
Not right now, but like throughout
Either
history.
season.
What?
They're second by 4 points, but they've lost 5 matches and won 19. Drawn 6, and they're trailing behind Barcelona. So, and coming into this match, they had just lost against
Valencia 2-1, which is like
Valencia,
not the best club.
Oh, and like honestly, sorry, like it's kind of ruined the moment, but personally, I feel like Barcelona will win the Champions League this year.
Possibly.
Okay.
And so on the Inter versus Bayern Munich match,
Inter won 2-1.
Thomas Muller scored in the 85th minute.
To sort of save Bayern Munich from a 2-0 loss, instead he scored
The
to
goal
make
by
it 2-1.
Martinez for Inter was insane, though.
But if you've only seen the score, Inter scored pretty early on in the late on in the first half.
Yeah.
early on in the game, but then it was 1-0 a long time.
Then
Then
finally,
Thomas Muller scored.
then after that, Inter scored again.
Yeah, and they celebrated that pretty crazy.
But this is one of for the quarterfinals, in my opinion, this is a really even matchup. 2 very good teams.
Exactly. Like they're both first in their league. In Serie A, Inter's first. In
I thought it's Napoli.
Bundesliga,
It's Inter, right?
in Bundesliga, Bayern Munich is first. They're both really good teams.
So, with the match of Bayern and Inter, me personally, I think that Inter will advance into the next round, because with them, you're looking at more experience and more talent around the field. Also, I would trust the managers more, because Bayern have Vincent Kompany, and I don't want to be biased as an Arsenal fan and how we don't really like Bayern, but they have
Of course,
Vincent
because of
Kompany.
last year.
Vincent Kompany just went into relegation with Burnley. Then their coach, their manager, left to England, which he's doing good there. But I don't think they're good enough for
I thought
this
Burnley's
team.
in England.
Thomas Tuchel is managing England.
Oh, the English national team.
Yeah,
Oh,
Southgate
after.
got sacked.
Oh, interesting.
I think he was good enough. But if you just look at the lineup, it's not the same talent as a few years ago. Because we're having all these good players, but none of them can actually make that big of a difference on the field for them. Because if you look at Thomas Muller, the dude's 35, about to retire.
No,
And-
maybe like a year or two he'll retire.
I gotta go back to the Arsenal game just real quick. What is it? I feel like Real Madrid has to play really good. They have to be really careful, because if they get any more yellow cards, their players will be suspended. So they have to play really carefully and have to have a good match for the rest of the
And Kamavinga already gone.
Champions League.
Right.
You're listening to Premier League Addicts. We're about to get into a break. We're about to talk predictions next.
This we're back from the break. This is Premier League Addicts with Daniel,
Hugh, Liam.
and now we're going to be talking about predictions, mainly for the other games that haven't been played, but also for the second leg as Arsenal are 3-0 up, seeing how Madrid will play
At the
And-
Bernabeu.
at the Bernabeu.
And Real Madrid usually cooks out the Bernabeu.
And Inter on a 1 or Bayern on a 1 deficit loss. How can they build up from that?
So Bayern has pretty good attack. I'm pretty sure they can somewhat make a comeback, like possibly send it into penalties.
Me personally, I think Bayern is a very good team. I believe that they can come back, considering they have rich history in Germany.
And also the Arsenal game. Don't want to be biased if this comes out as biased, but I think Arsenal need 1 goal, and I think they will play for that 1 goal. Then they just play a possession game.
They'll just
Uh,
park the bus and make sure
Yeah.
Real Madrid can't attack.
But the thing with Real Madrid is they're very unique with the style of attack they play, because Fede Valverde, he can shoot the ball long. He's playing right back right now, so he can cross it, shoot it long, and that leaves Arsenal with a big problem, because they can just play it back to Valverde, and they'll never know if he will cross or if he'll shoot.
And Arsenal's playing styles they kind of leave the middle open sometimes, so
Yeah.
they'll have big vulnerability.
And so I'm actually seeing a good game, possibly a tie, but very much useful midfield possession that Arsenal is going to use with Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard, because Declan Rice, he's already scored 2 goals. He's going to probably want to hold it down because he's already kind of created this.
And Odegaard has really good ball movement. He usually knows the right pass to make.
Yeah.
Let's get into the Barcelona game. It's currently happening. We do not know the score.
So, with Barcelona, I think Barcelona are going to do very well. I think they're going to use their attack.
They have good attack. They have the Wonder Boy, Lamine Yamal. They have Rafinha.
And Lewandowski.
It's
What?
a Pedri.
Pedri's a midfielder.
Yeah. Okay. But I think Dortmund also, I don't think they've been as good.
The only the player in form they have is IDME. He's fast and he has
Fast
pretty
and
good
agile.
shooting.
Considering that they were in the final last year, they lost against Real Madrid.
They were kind of the underdogs last year.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
No
but,
one expected them.
This is not their top performance this year.
But I think this will be a Barca-looking game with good midfield play from Dortmund, as that's how they're going to use that, and good attacking play from Barcelona. In the end, I think Barcelona are going to win,
Possibly by a 2-goal lead.
but I think it will be a good match.
So, in my opinion, Barcelona will pretty much control the game. Dortmund may get a bit of possession, but mainly I think Barcelona will get most of the possession to control the game.
And with that, we will transition into Aston Villa versus PSG. Liam?
I feel like Aston Villa, they're a really good team. They have a really good position in the Premier League right now. Considering their history, it's not really good. But it's pretty good actually. But not as good as those big 3 clubs. Everything except Nottingham Forest is up there, and also we have Emiliano Martinez, like one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. That I would say,
Modern era, great
modern era.
goalkeeper. Not.
He considering that he won the World Cup 5 years ago. Oh no, that was 3 years ago. Lost track of time during COVID. Like he's like really good.
So I think it would be a good match because they have some good defense. With Tyrone Mings in center back, I think he'll be hard for Kvaratskhelia and Dembele
To get past.
But they play a pretty weird what Unai Emery plays, and we've seen that it's not good with all teams, as Arsenal couldn't play with it. And
One game they could, one game they couldn't.
yeah,
Just like-
it was. He's very uneven, but I think this is gonna be a good game. I think probably PSG are gonna come out on top.
Since of course they
Dembele.
beat Liverpool and
Dembele, like everyone thought Liverpool was gonna win since
because they
like,
topped the table.
in the
In my
Premier-
opinion, that was the most useless first place finish ever.
Yeah.
They are unbeaten.
I mean, yeah.
And like we have Liverpool, like they thought like everyone was gonna win, and PSG destroyed them since.
No,
Usman-
not destroyed in a penalty shootout.
In a penalty shootout,
In the
my bad.
penalty shootout, they destroyed them.
Yeah, in Usman Dembele, like he like recently discovered what scoring is. That's a joke, but like he's been scoring a lot of goals recently.
And so I think to kind of finish it off, it's gonna be really nice how they play. Probably a pretty good game to watch to the listeners out there. I would recommend it. And I think both sides have a very even position in the cup. And I think it's just for them to play. And with that, that is our second episode of Premier League Addicts with Daniel.
Hugh,
And Liam, goodbye.